Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John McCarthy, and I'm giving you all of the welcomes for joining us today here at this event, brought to you by the TGC Network. And the first round is ready to kick off. We have our first golfer on the tee. Let's get down and see what happens. And with that, I declare this event open. Well, this is a close one. It could end up in the fairway from 140 yards out. Taking a shot with the pitching wedge. All right, and he's on the green. Looking like 9 feet to the cup. For the birdie. And starting the round off with a birdie is not a bad plan. And now let's see what this second hole has in store. This shot may be a bit long, folks. Well, turns out that one is safely on the green from 24 feet away. Oh, and just doesn't want to drop. And for the par. And that one's right in the cup. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And setting up for the par 5 hole. Well, so far so good for this one. And about 235 yards to go. Ooh, I think he might clear the green on this one. And missing the approach on that one. Too much club. And when you have a shot like that out of the sand, that's going to make getting birdie a whole lot easier. And that'll drop for birdie. And currently our leader is sitting at 11 under par. All right, here's the 4th hole. And as he sets this next shot up, he's deep in the rough, folks. Well, this one looks like it's heading to the rough. And he'll be happy with that. And this putt's for birdie. And about 7 feet to go here. And a nice putt there. And that hole is going to result in him moving down in the standings. Whoa! And that was very nicely played. Little chip in there for eagle. And he's moving in the right direction, moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. And now we find ourselves on the 6th hole tee off. Going with the 4 iron here. And this is heading directly at the water hazard. And about 8 feet to the cup from here. Oh, and it just didn't drop. And this for the double bogey. Finishing this hole with a solid putt. And after that one, 2 under for the day. And let's see what the 7th hole has in store today. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway. And about 175 yards to the pin. Looks like a 7-iron. Okay, he is now on the green. This one's about 11 feet from the cup. And that one drops for the birdie. And our leader currently sitting at 11 under par. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. And I think he will be pleased with that. And this one's for birdie. And now let's take a look at the action on the leaderboard. And currently sitting at 4 under for the day. And on to the 9th hole. And nothing wrong with that shot. And this next shot is set up above the hole. And here's an 8-iron. And this putt is for birdie. And from that length, that is a feat to accomplish. And after that hole, he is moving up on the leaderboard. Yeah, this one's a close call. This could be in the rough. And this putt's right around 2 feet. And today's score to beat is 12 under par. And setting up for this next tee off, the wind could be an issue here. Let's see. Nothing wrong with that. And after that one, he's unfortunately going to be moving down in the standings. Immense power on this drive, folks. And from 165 yards out. And I think he's going to like that. And this putt's for birdie. And for the par. And currently sitting at 5 under for the day after that one. And there was some serious power involved in this one. From 140 yards out. Going with the pitching wedge here. I think he'll like that. From 14 feet. And that putt will drop for birdie. And setting up now on the 14th hole. And going with the 7-iron on this one. And this could be long. And that shot will be on the green with a fair amount of distance to make up to get that next putt in the hole. Oh. And this putt's about a 2-footer here. And as we look at the board, our leader is currently sitting at 12 under par. Very nice shot out of the sand, and I think a birdie's quite possible here. Oh my goodness. And tapping in for par. And 6 under par on the day after that hole. And nicely done, looking like we'll have some fairway here. And this is going right towards that water. And from here, about 235 yards to the pin. And that one is on the green with quite a bit of real estate to make up on that next putt. And the par putt drops. And he's going to move down in the standings after that hole. And now setting up on this par 3. And looks like a 6-iron. And not the greatest luck on that approach shot. Unfortunately, not enough club, I think. And to save par. And a nice putt. And the score to beat right now is 13 under. And as he tees off here on the final hole, he is 7 strokes off the lead. Wonder what's going through his head. Wow. And that was just a monumental effort, hitting the green in 1 here on this par 4. And this is about a 4-footer. And that one goes in for the bird. Hello there and welcome. My name's John McCarthy. I'd like to thank you for joining us today. We are just about ready to kick off our TGC Network coverage of this qualifier event. We are just about ready to kick off our final round of this event, and I couldn't be more excited, folks. Let's get you down to that first tee. We're going to see how things go here. This is going towards the green here. And this one's for birdie. And finishing this one with a good putt. And starting today's round off at 1 under par. And now the second hole tee off. Nice shot. I think you'll like that. And about 9 feet away here. Ooh, and that was very, very close. And this putt is for par. And that putt will drop. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And Next up, we have a par 5 hole. And it sounded powerful off the club face. This is going for days. Well, this isn't looking too good. All right, now setting up in the sand trap. And to save the par. And the putt will drop. And as we check the leaderboard here, our current leader is sitting at 18 under par. And he's probably not happy about that shot. And from the fairway bunker. That was a fantastic shot out of the sand, and I am thinking birdie for sure. Ooh. This putt's looking to be about 2 feet. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And this is for birdie. And finishing the hole with a solid putt. And 20 under is the top score on the leaderboard as we check in on the scores. Going with the 5-iron here. And I think he's going to like that. And this putt's for birdie. And now we're going to take a look at the leaderboard. And currently sitting at 3 under for the day after that one. Well, this one's looking pretty good. And hitting from 195 yards out. And I think he will like that. Yeah, it's about 3 feet to the cup from here. For the birdie. And he is moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Yeah, I think he'll like that. And about 235 to the pin from here. Going with the hybrid here. I think this might be a bit long. Okay, and hitting this par 5 in 2 is going to set up some definite eagle possibilities. Ooh, and it just misses. From here, it's about 11 feet to the cup. For the bird. And as we check the scores here, our current leader sitting at 23 under. And he's probably not too pleased with his performance there. And pretty sure he's going to like that. This putt's for birdie. And he will move up on the leaderboard after that hole. And next up is a par 4, folks. I think he'll like that. And from 140 yards away. And this one's looking pretty good. This one's about a 7-footer. And that one goes for birdie. And they're 7 under par for the round after that hole. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. I doubt he's very happy about that shot. Pretty sure he's going to like that one. And this for the birdie. And that putt drops. And as we check the leaderboard here, our current leader sitting at 23 under. And now setting up for the par 4. I think he's going to like that. And let's see how this one goes. They're setting up below the hole. And uh-oh, this is heading towards the sand. And that's not very good as far as approach shots go. And the wind getting the better of them there. And with the help of a shot like that, par's very much on the table here on this hole. Ooh, that would have been good. And this one for bogey. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And look at this, I'm seeing quite a few birdies on that scorecard for him today. Well, I think this one's going to find the short grass. And this next shot is from up the hole. Looks like a 7-iron. That's just poor luck on that approach. Not enough club on that one. And this putt is needed to save par. And that one will drop. And he's going to move up in the standings after that hole. And setting up now on the 14th tee. And going with the 6 iron. This one's looking a bit long, folks. Well, it's not on the top of the list of best approach shots today. Just too much club. And this one's about 4 feet from the cup. And that par putt will drop. And they are sitting at 7 under par for the event. And setting up now on the 15th tee. Yeah, this is looking fairway bound. And apologies to the folks at home, that actually ended up in the rough. And I think it'll be a bit easier to hit from here. Going with a pitching wedge here. And I am pretty sure he's going to like that. 5 feet to go here. And that one will drop for birdie. And the golfer in the top spot today, sitting at 24 under par. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to land in the fairway here. And I think he'll like that. Yeah, about 16 feet to the cup from here. And that one will go for birdie. And 9 under is the score after that hole. And now setting up on this par 3. I think that's the 4 iron. Well, you'll probably like that. And this putt is for birdie. Oh, that was very close. And for the par. This shot might be a perfect shot, folks. And finishing the hole with a solid putt. And as we check the scores, our leader currently is sitting at 24 under. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a joy to watch. Hitting the green here on this par 4 from the tee. Ooh, unfortunate. And just missing that eagle. That could have been a huge 2 strokes off of their scorecard, but that's how it goes. Welcome to One and All. My name is John McCarthy, and I couldn't be happier that you chose to join us for this event here on the TGC Network. This will be a single round event, and we are just about to get underway, so let's get down to that first tee. And he won't be too pleased with that. "22 feet to the cup." This one's about 2 feet from the cup. And starting today's round off at even par. And now teeing off on this par 4. Wow, look at this drive, folks. Serious power. And that was a joy to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Hitting the green on this par 4 off the tee. And this putt is for birdie. And finishing this hole out with a solid putt. And currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And now let's move to the third hole. And he will like that from about 185 yards. And here's the 6-iron. Okay, he's putting now. And this putt's for eagle. And a decent little putt there. And he's going to move up on the leaderboard after that one. And setting up for the par 3 hole. Looks like this is going a bit long. And he's on the green. Putter's coming out. Looking like 8 feet to the cup here. For the birdie. And our leader currently at 14 under for the day. And now teeing off on the par 5. And about 150 yards to the pin. Going with the 9-iron here. And that's a pretty inspiring shot just there, hitting this par 5 green in 2 definite eagle possibilities. And the putt drops for eagle. And sitting at 6 under for the day after that hole. And moving on to the 6th here. Here is the pitching wedge. And that approach is on the green, but quite lengthy putt ahead. And that'll drop for birdie. And he's moving on up on the leaderboard after that hole. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. And this one's for birdie. And that one will drop. And as we look at the board, top score is 16 under. And the 8th hole is next. And he's probably going to like that. This one's about 26 feet out. And this one's for par. Nice little putt. And sitting at 8 under par after that hole. Okay, and on to the 9th. And he's got to be happy with that. And this for the birdie. And a nice putt. And after that hole, currently sitting at 9 under par. And let's see what the 10th has in store. And I think he will be happy with that. And this one's a 9-footer. And that one drops for the birdie. And as we check the leaderboard, our current score to beat is 19 under. It looks like it's going long. And nothing wrong with that shot. And this for the birdie. Oh, and a very solid attempt at what was a daunting putt. And it looks like he moved down on the leaderboard after that one. And moving along now on the 12th hole. And he is out of bounds after that shot. And talk about getting a hold of a drive. This is incredible. And let's see what happens here from the sand. "14 feet away. Oh, that was so close. And this putt is for the double bogey. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And unfortunately, he's going to move down in the standings after that one. All right, and let's see what happens on the 13th hole here. Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway. And it's about a few feet from the cup. And as we check the leaderboard here, the score to beat is 22 under par. And this drive could go on for days, folks. This is some serious power. And 110 yards or so to the pin. And that is some fantastic club work on this par 5 green, hitting it in 2. Oh my goodness, close, very close, but no cigar. And this putt is for birdie. All right, and currently sitting at 10 under after that one. And moving on to the 15th here. And that approach has found the green, but there will be a lot of work to do to sink the next putt. And that one goes in for the bird. And just look at the amount of birdies that he has been able to pull off today. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. Going with the 8-iron. Unlucky on that approach shot, and that's too bad, but he has been doing pretty good hitting those greens today so far. And this putt is essential to save par. Solid putt. And he's going to drop down 2 spots on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, 32 feet out from here. And they're about 3 feet away here. And as we check the leaderboard here, our leader currently sitting at 21 under par. And it's looking like this is bound for the short stuff. And about 170 yards to the pin. Yeah, that's not what you want for your approach. Too much club on that, I think. And this putt's for birdie. And tapping in to end the round on a birdie. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John McCarthy, and I'd like to welcome you back to this TGC Network broadcast. And today's broadcast begins on the 13th. We're down there. Let's see what happens. And not the greatest approach shot there. I'm going to blame that on the wind. Ooh, that was a nice little chip in there for birdie. And that hole is going to allow him to move up in the standings. And sensing something was off on that swing. And from about 120 yards out. I think you'll like that. From 29 feet out. And this putt's for par. And a good putt. And after that hole, one over for the day. And the wind could be an issue on this next hole. We're going to have to see how this tee shot goes. And this will go far. He's got to be pleased with that. We're about 15 feet to the cup from here. For the birdie. And that hole will bring him down to even par. And setting up on the 16th tee. It appears to be heading for the fairway here. Very well played golf shot. Hitting this par 5 and 2, it's going to set up some serious possibilities. Ooh, I thought that one was going to be in. And this one's for birdie. And that one will drop. Currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And teeing off on this par 3. Going with the 9-iron. Poor luck on that approach shot. Unfortunately, not enough club on that one. Okay, and now let's take a peek and see what's happening on the leaderboard. And 1 under for the day after that hole. And picking up on the 18th hole action here. Let's see what happens. This one's looking pretty good so far. And 195 yards to the pin from here. That looks like the hybrid. Well, the approach did find the green, but quite a long distance putt ahead. Ooh, and it just misses. This one's right around 8 feet. And that putt drops on in for par. Hello there and welcome. My name is John McCarthy and it is championship event time here on the TGC network. We are here and ready to kick off the final round of this 9th event of the season. Let's get down to the first hole tee off. I think he'll be happy with that. From 26 feet. Oh goodness, that was almost in. And this for the par. And starting the round off at even par. And now let's see what the second hole has in store. Well, sounds like he's going through the branches here. And he's probably not happy about that shot. That lie's going to be much easier than the last one. And I think he will like that. And this putt's for birdie. And a decent putt. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And now teeing off on the par 3 hole. I think this might be a bit long. I think that one will play on the green now. From here, about 21 feet. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And now the 4th hole. Well, this is a tough call. Could be rough, could be fairway. Now let's see what happens here out of the rough. This one looks about 4 feet. And the par putt will drop. And he's moving in the right direction, moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Nice shot. I think you'll like that. From 170 yards out. And going with the 7-iron on this one. And I think he's going to like that. And this one's for birdie. This one's about 10 feet away. And that putt's going to drop for par. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And moving on to the 6th. And I think he's going to like that. All right, 27 feet to the cup. Oh my gracious, that was close. This one's about 3 feet away. And that one will drop. And currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And teeing off on this par 4. And a promising looking shot here. And I apologize, we've actually ended up in the rough. Yeah, this one's not looking too good. And to save par. And finishing this one with a good putt. And after that one, he's fallen in the standings. The next hole we have before us is a par 3. Let's see what happens. And I think that's the hybrid. And this one is on the green with a lengthy putt ahead. Ooh, and just inches away from greatness. And tapping in for par. Currently sitting at 1 under for the day. And now the 9th hole. Yeah, I think this one's going to find the fairway. Well, I'm not quite sure where this one's going to end up. Fantastic. And hitting this par 5 in 2 is going to open up some real interesting possibilities. And just missing. This putt's for birdie. And he is moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. And next up is a par 4, folks. I don't think we'll find some fairway here. 135 yards to the pin. here's a pitching wedge. And his shot's looking pretty good. And he's on the green. This one's about 9 feet away. And that putt will drop for birdie. And after that hole, he is moving up on the leaderboard. Okay, now moving on to the 11th. I can't see him being very happy about that. And that lie will be much more easy than the last one. And about $1.15 to the pin from here. Unlucky on that approach shot. I'm not sure, but I think the wind might have had something to do with that. And after a shot like that, that's putting par very much within reach. And the par putt will drop. And unfortunately, he will go down in the standings after that one. And let's see what the 12th has in store. And you don't see that every day. Hitting the green here on this par 4 right off the tee. Ooh. And this for the birdie. And now let's take a look at that leaderboard. And after that one, 4 under is the score for the day. And that looks like a 5-iron. Nothing wrong with that. And about 16 feet to go. For the bird. And after that one, 5 under for the day. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. And I think he will like that. And hitting from 195 yards out. And this is a 4-iron. And this one's heading towards the green. And this is for birdie. And that one's right in the cup. And he's going to move up in the standings after that hole. And moving on to the 15th hole. Just a magnificent display of power here. And tapping in for par. And after that one, there's 6 under for the day. And next up is the par 5. And this shot's looking promising. And from here, 220 yards to the pin. Looks like the hybrid is on display here. Fantastic work on this par 5, hitting the green in 2. And ladies and gentlemen, the eagle has landed. And after that one, 8 under is the score. And the wind definitely could be a factor on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes. Taking a shot with the pitching wedge. Might be a bit too much club on this one. Well, not a good approach shot there. Bit too much club on that. This putt's about a 2-footer. And sitting at 8 under after that one for the day. And moving on to the 18th hole. And nothing wrong with that shot. And from 150 yards. Here's a 9-iron. And that approach is on the green with some distance left. And this next putt for a 63 on the final round. Ooh, and just inches away. And tapping it in to end the round with a par.